All right, guys, this is the beginning of part 6 of the turbo build. I'm editing part 5 and getting it posted, but part 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all uploaded. So go check them out if you want to watch the whole build. I know I'm not the best at recording, but it's, you know, hey, it's there if you want it. So let me flip around and show you what we got set up for right now. I'm about to do a start. So, all right, so here we are. You know, as you already know, all the piping's connected. I got this connected. I decided to shove it on the turbo, move the battery back, and shove this on. It's just a test fit. Now, if it ends up working and that's the spot, then I will make it a little better and try to relocate the battery to the trunk. Either way, that's a plan for the future, to relocate that battery. So it's hooked up to the turbo. Blow-off valve is not hooked up yet, but I have some things for it, some T-fittings. I got a couple things to hook this up. But yeah, so I'm gonna clear off the dash really quick and we're gonna do a first start. I just put a new spark plug in right in this cylinder, and this wire seems to want to kind of push down a little too much than what I'd like. So I don't know, it sounds like we got a misfire. We're gonna figure out now that this is all hooked up, getting an actual airflow into that MAF sensor and stuff like that. So let's find out. All right, guys, here we go. Key, neutral, clutch in. Does not want to stay running, really. It's running very rough. I wonder if that's with the injectors we put in are a little smaller. If it's a vacuum line. We got plenty of fuel pressure at the gauge. Yeah, you can smell fuel, so it's running. I think that means it's running rich. So, it's a good question on what it could be, but either way, still cranked over. We'll figure a little bit more out about it. I need to hook up the blow-off valve and the wastegate and stuff like that, and put a serpentine belt on it. Yeah, and then, yeah, so I'm probably just gonna go ride around in my mini bike right now. We'll take it for a little test ride because I just finally got it fixed, so. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Not on the next one, the next clip. Guys, I haven't showed a lot. I mean, I haven't done that much anyways. I'm just really bolting things up. Put in a new spark plug because my dad broke one. Took out the battery so I can finally get at least a gauge in. So I got a gauge almost hooked up all the way. The boost gauge. Got the vacuum line hooked up to it because it is a boost gauge that reads by vacuum line. So it's got a vacuum line hooked up to it. Now it's just the wires. Now let me flip around and show y'all. I also got the blow-off valve connected. So now it's just the wastegate. So here we go. Let me show y'all. All right, so of course y'all seen it earlier and it was all like put together, but right now it's kind of taken apart again. Let's just start off with the blow-off valve. Y'all know the blow-off valve sits right there. So I took this vacuum line that comes off this evap system, and it comes down and down right here. And I put a T on it. I just cut it, put a T on it, hooked up this line, and drove it all the way down to here. And right here. So the blow-off valve is now connected right there. And then I decided, well, I need to get a gauge in, a boost gauge. So this is how we look right now. Boom. Got the gauge in, got the wires coming down. They're going to connect to fuse things that will go into this fuse box right here and connect to a fuse. So that's gonna be cool. And I might not even bring it down the side right here because I got a panel going right here. The vacuum line for the boost gauge, if you can see it right there, there's a black line. It goes down and under here. It goes from under here, right here, and goes right down and under the firewall, through the firewall. So that one leads off the gauge, going through the firewall, back here under the fuse box, way back there, comes down and under this, and comes up right here from the firewall. And then that comes up. I zip tied it so it'll stay in place, connected it to a hose, and connected that to a T-fitting on the blow-off valve hose. So hopefully that will work. It is a lot of hose. That's a lot of hose for that blow-off valve and that gauge. So let's just hope they work good. Because there's a chance that they might not because it's taking too long for them both to get vacuum. But let's just, fingers crossed, let's hope. So that's all connected. I cannot remember exactly what these go to right now. But, I do remember where they go, just not exactly which one. I need to look at the slip. But just for instance, black one goes to ground. I'm probably just going to hook it up right there to this ground. And then one of them will go to, what is it? One of them will go to a fuse that is constantly on with the key off, the whole car off, that is on. Then you turn the key and a fuse is on, and then when you turn the key off, it's off. You want to connect one of the other wires to that fuse, the fuse that only kicks on when the ignition is on. Then you want to connect the last wire to an ignition that turns on when you turn your headlights on. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow we'll get that hooked up. We'll hop in here and we'll be able to turn the key and see the boost gauge go. But take it out just like that. Yeah, and I already know it's the thing about this boost gauge, it's going to stay right here the whole time because I'm not building more than 10 pounds of boost. I already know it. So it is a big boost gauge for what we plan on doing. But there we go. I got that installed. And yeah, I'll probably get back to y'all tomorrow. I got an axle coming in Monday. Hopefully it'll show up tomorrow, but I guarantee it won't. So Monday I got an axle coming in. So next weekend, hopefully we can go for a first test drive. I can get that wastegate set up tomorrow or next weekend to get the axles put in, drop on those wheels and tires because these ones are flat and stuff, and get her going. So yeah, Mustang content will be coming soon. I'm probably about to order a couple things. But yeah, so here it is. I'm going to go use the bathroom, eat, and head out and get to a car meet because you know me, I always got them car meets. So, again, I'll show y'all naturally aspirated, excuse me, headers, naturally aspirated, cold air intake. Yeah, coming over here, we got, get this out the way, turbo. Down pipe going down, or not down pipe, but charge pipe, turbo manifold, turbo down pipe, the whole works. So yeah, hope y'all stay tuned. This is not the end of part 6. It will be up tomorrow, or not up tomorrow, but it'll be here tomorrow. So hope to see y'all. Bye. All right, guys, this is the next day for part 6 of the turbo build, hooking up the boost gauge. So let me just show you. Boost gauge hooked up. These wires are still just hanging, but I got the ground in. I just got it in like that for now because I cannot find a one of these. If I can get it out. One of these that has a big enough hole to fit the bolt through. So I gotta wait and get one of them. But for now, just to see if it works. So here we go. Y'all gonna see same time as I do. Nothing. Ah. I keep hitting that. Now, I don't know if anything's really supposed to happen yet, or if I'm still supposed to wait until I hook up these. But I think I have to wait till I hook up these. So, yeah, we'll get to that. We're going to probably rig something up real quick. But yeah, I'll get back with y'all. All right, so took some wire and I extended all the wires. So now they're extended, got the ground. I'm going to take this pillar back off, pop it off, shove these back here and to where they come down back here. Like how this right here is this line that I'm holding that you can't see, because that's that boost pressure line for the boost cage. It comes down through up here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop them down, connect them into the fuse box, literally just connect them into the fuse box while we just see if it works, and then I'll get some fuse connectors. But yeah, so there they are. Let's do this. All right, guys. All right, guys. So as you see, no more wires except that ground still connected right there. You come down here, I tap these into the fuse box. Just like this for now. I know, redneck. It's a redneck way. Where you just shove them into the fuses. The yellow wire has to be in a fuse that has constant power when the car is off. That top fuse right there, that 15, that 10, 15, 15, believe that 22, almost the whole top row. So just pick one. The red wire has to connect to one that is only on when the key is turned and is off when the key is off. That one right there. So the last one, which is connected right there, that 7.5, has to be on when the key is turned on, but the lights are turned on. When you turn the lights off, it turns on. So let's just, let's see what happens. See if anything happens. Look at that. Well, looks like the boost gauge works. I don't know what the lights really do. It dims it a little bit. But there she is. Boost gauge installed. Now the only way to test it is to drive the car, which we cannot do right now. So yeah, I got a couple things I got to go do today that I didn't realize. So we'll figure that out. I'm going to probably scan it a little bit because the battery light likes to kick on when you try to start it and stuff, and it stays on while it's running. So I'm going to scan it, see if anything's going on with it. But look, we got a boost gauge. That is awesome. It's awesome. All right. Yeah. Catch you on the next clip. All right, guys. That last clip was me setting up that boost cage and got it going, working, everything like that. It's the next weekend. This was the weekend I was kind of hoping to drive it. So I am still hoping for that either today or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. Yeah, so this is going to continue part 6. Let me flip the camera, show you what's going on. So you see this box right here. This is the axle. We got the axle in. We only ordered one this time. The other ones came wrong. They're wrong axles, so I got to ship them back. Ordered this one from a different spot. It's only the driver side one because we still have the passenger side one laying right there. So we'll get the axles dropped in today. I ordered these for the wastegate, but as you can see, they're tiny. I need a hole, a nipple end, this big, like a quarter, and you see the difference. But I need the threads to be about the same. Those threads are also a 1/4 inch. So I got one coming in today. I'm also waiting on an answer to see if that one would even work. We're gonna put that and drill it right
if I can show you. You'll see that hole, not even that hole, that little tapped hole thing right there. Yeah, on the turbo. That's where we're gonna do it. We're going to drill in, thread tap it, and put that in. I got this so we can put on the end of here because it needs it. And then I got a belt so we can finally run it and let it warm up. Then see if we have any leaks, see if we have any check engine lights, anything like that. But before any of that, I'm going to put the belt on, put the axle, try to put the axles in, and try to connect the piping the rest of the way. I'm probably going to just take the battery back out, move this out of the way, take this piping off, blow off pipe and everything, and see if maybe I could fix it up a different way. And if so, that'd be cool. Try to fit this filter a little different, try to keep the battery there, relocate it to the back in the future, and have this coming up like this. It'd be cool to have it like that, if I could. Sitting just like that. Come up, filter, boom. But I need that pipe. Need that pipe right there. But this is in the way, so I need to see if there's any way I can like turn it. Yeah, turn it. But yeah, so I'll get back to y'all here in a little bit. I'll show y'all a little more, you know, the more I get into it. Interior still the same, a complete mess. Boost gauge hooked up. It always smells good in here. Forgot I had a flashlight. Yeah. I'm ready to drive this thing, so here we go. Let's get started. All right, so move this out the way. Got the belt, of course. Power pump, power steering pump, and here, let me look at this. So it's supposed to come straight down to the AC compressor, over to the crank pulley, to the water pump, down and under to the tensioner, up to the alternator, and down onto another idler. Of course, as you see, belt's not on, and that's because you're supposed to take, and I can't remember if this is a 13 or 14. I think it's a 13. Actually, I think it might be a 14. Either way, or 9/16. Just disregard that. Just, you want to put here a wrench, and usually a breaker bar or another, you know how to put another wrench on top of that and use it as a breaker bar. Do that, pull, and it'll come down. Pull it down, slide this over, put the tensioner back. So that's what we're going to do real quick to get the belt on, and boom. All right, guys, I know I haven't really showed that much like I always do. Don't really show that much, but I really did not really like do anything. Put the belt on, excuse me. I mean, y'all seen that. Got the belt on. I was messing around with the piping and stuff, and I took this off, the blow-off valve pipe, and kind of twisted it around and stuff like that. I took this one and twisted it around. So all I need is a clamp for that pipe going right there, and I think I got it figured out. We'll keep it like that. We'll shove this filter down here under and in, and have it sticking up like that, like how I said. Not like that. That wouldn't be, that'd be kind of nice, just filter sticking up like that. I'm gonna finish hooking up the catch can. I had to take it off because it was chilling back here, but of course no space. So we're gonna figure out a spot for that and just shove it for now, hook it up, and start her up and let it warm up so we can, you know, with the belt now spinning that water pump and stuff, we're gonna let it warm up so it won't overheat or anything like that, and see if there's any leaks, see how she runs on idle, see if she idled down, see if the engine light turns on, you know, all that wonders. I'm gonna try to clean up. As you see, I got a huge mess here. Huge mess. But yeah, so there she is. Did not really do anything except the belt. I was gonna do the axles. As you see, there are still no axles in. No axles. So there's that new one, and there's that one. I was putting in the new one, and I just cannot get it seated all the way. So I'm just gonna wait for my dad. He's gonna help me get it seated. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'm gonna, you know, show y'all the video of it running and stuff like that, idling down, everything, and we'll talk more throughout it. So here we go. All right, guys, so this is how I have it set up right now. You got that pipe coming off, coming around to the filter. It's plugged in with a MAF sensor to my Diablo tuner thing. Pipe comes down through here, down to the, you know, air cooler all throughout. You already know. This just came in right there. The big end with the little end. So let me show y'all where this will go. What's up, kitty? I have to drill a hole right there and then thread tap it for this so it can stick out right there. Just like that. So whenever that sticks out, I will then have a vacuum line coming off of this, going up, coming up, connecting to the wastegate. So then I can finally drive it, because I could not build boost and drive it if this is not hooked up, because it'll just build way too much boost. So yeah, I got that. So I'm gonna go ahead, try to figure out where I want to put this and try to put it on, and then we'll try to do his test start. But next time I see y'all, it'll be cranking her up, letting her warm up. So here we go. All right, here we go. Press the clutch. Does not sound happy.
So I hope y'all enjoy. Tune in for part 7. Hopefully in part 7 we can get it driving. That's a big accomplishment right there. So yeah, catch y'all on the next one.